A little better inside presence as far as our big people, but I just don't ever recall not playing an Avila team here or there where it hadn't been this kind of a battle.
Yeah, and Avila always has quickness, and I like Rodney Perry. He's their head coach, young man. I think this is his maybe third year at Avila, and he's done a good job there and really been decimated with injuries. I think maybe lost a player or two due to eligibility at semester. So they're down in numbers right now, but they're battling. It's been a good first half, 34-32 Vikings.
Vikings coming back on the court. We have not yet seen the Eagles. The officials are coming back out as well, and led by Nate Chitwood and Greg Kespool. They'll come out. Kespool brothers and Nate Chitwood officiating this Heart of America Conference game tonight. We'll be back with the second half in just a bit.
Today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, Powerball Thursday, water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday, let's move Monday, spark us next Sunday. All the healthy children eat well and move a lot, and move a lot, and move a lot. Eat well and move a lot. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Skip a rope Saturday, freeze tag Friday, tap dance Thursday, whole grains Wednesday, try a veggie Tuesday, let's move Monday, split the sweet Sunday. Eat well and move a lot. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov. A message from USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
I'm in the car next to you on the highway, heading to work. I sit in front of you on the bus. I work in the office down the hall and stand next to you in the elevator. We've known each other for years, and I've told you a lot about my life. But of all the things you know about me, here's one you don't. I'm one out of every 6 Americans, and I'm struggling with hunger. This isn't an incurable disease. It's not an uncontrollable epidemic. There's enough food in this country to feed every hungry person. This problem is closer than you think. Fortunately, so is the solution. Please, visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for those around you, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Dr.
34-32, Vikings with a 2-point lead as the Eagles are back out now, and we're about ready to get it underway. Remember the young man that's on the Avila bench, Short's his last name. Was it Adam?
Adam Short, yeah.
Well, he can shoot.
You talk about unlimited range. He'd shoot some deep threes. That Avila gym always seemed a little small to me, and boy, he could shoot from as soon as that ball got across midcourt. You better pick him up.
You better pick him up because he was knocking him down. He was a good one. All right, so we're about ready for the second half. Vikes lead at 34-32. Looks like we'll start with the same 5. Jordan Epps, Michael Connor, Kevin Stander, James Pope, Lawrence Brown. Nobody in foul trouble. Deotta has 2 fouls for Valley. Murillo and Taylor with 2 fouls apiece for the Eagles.
Well, I think the thing we need to do, we need to come out and get off to a good jump. Get this team down with limited numbers, wear them down a little bit, and let's take care of home court and get our 3rd win in our last four games.
Avila will have the ball to start the second half. Glad to have you with us on Stretch Internet and also livestream.com as we're underway. And the ball belongs to the Eagles. Murillo, top of the key. Swings it around to Johnson. Johnson on the left wing. Gets it back out front to Redmond. Now back to Taylor on the right side. 20 on the shot clock. First possession of the second half. Johnson, Murillo, 15. High post, it goes to Taylor. Taylor back to Redmond. Redmond now to Murillo. 8 on the shot clock. Murillo hands it off to Johnson. Johnson baseline. He takes a very wild shot. Missed everything. Rebound Pope. Pope gets it back from Epps and misses the shot from the top of the key. And we go the other way as Johnson races it into the forecourt. Redmond thought about the outside baseline shot, didn't take it. Murillo tries to dump it down low and throws it out of bounds. As that time, Zach Smith got tangled up with Jordan Epps. It was incidental contact, and the ball just went out of bounds.
But I'm looking at some low-scoring games. Avila beat Peru 79-75. They scored 58 against Evangel, 60 against Central Methodist, 63 against Mid-Am.
So they are used to these low-scoring games. They average 68.4 points a game. Lawrence Brown double dribbled. I don't remember him taking the first dribble, but the official right there said he did. So neither team able to do anything with the 2 possessions they've had in the first minute and 10 seconds. Now it goes back to Cedric Johnson. Johnson to Murillo. High post to Taylor. Taylor holds it, has to get rid of that ball. Now to Murillo will try a 3. That's going to be off the mark. Pope with the rebound. So the 2 teams combined are 0 for 5 on possessions early in the second half. Pope at the top of the key to Stander. Stander swings it around to Connor. Drives on the baseline. Tries to get it inside to Law Brown. Throws it away. Redmond 0 for 6 now on possessions. Here's sliding inside. Wow. Off the glass, Cedric Johnson. Oh, just split the double team. Kind of went sideways, laid it in, and we're tied at 34.
There were 2 guys set up right there, Stander and somebody else set to take a charge from Cedric Johnson, and somehow he split right down the middle of both of them and laid it in. Great move.
34 all, 18-14 to go. Again, we'll be in Lamoni on Saturday. 2 and 4 o'clock games against the Yellow Jackets. The women looking for their second straight, and the Yellow Jackets will still be looking for win number 1 in the conference.
You know, if you've never been to Graceland, that's an experience just to walk into that field house. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of looks like a big dome on the outside, some kind of a big oblong ball maybe. And you go inside, and the walls don't necessarily come straight down. They'll come down and curve, and then curve back out. I mean, the walls slope about 3 or 4 different directions from the top to the bottom.
Interesting facility. Here's Epps off to Stander, almost taken away. Leaves him over to the top of the key. Swings it around to Connor. He'll try one from the front of the Viking bench.
Wow.
Knocked out of bounds.
And I hope Lawrence is okay. He hit the floor hard with that right elbow. I think he's up on his feet. He's okay. He got kind of a funny look on his face, but he pounded the hardwood pretty hard that time.
And Redmond helped him up. They're just playing hard. Redmond's wearing a big brace on his right knee. 34 all. We've played 2 minutes, and we've had just the 2 points scored in the second half. That was a bucket by Cedric Johnson just moments ago.
Now it looks like a wet spot on the floor. They're going to take a little time, and that can really be a dangerous thing if you got a little piece of moisture. As quick as these guys are and as sharp as they cut, you get a wet spot, somebody can turn an ankle or a knee pretty badly.
While the football players are here, the softball team's over there, and they're getting ready to practice after this game is over. They'll practice tonight. Nice give and go underneath. Law Brown knocks it away. Stander saves it to Law Brown. Looks down court. Thought about the pass to Pope, but wisely fought against it and gives it off to Epps. Epps top of the key. Outside. 3 on the way. Nope, off the front of the rim. Stander, offensive rebound, lays it back up and in.
Yeah, Stander just always hustling, and at that time he got inside, nobody around him, got the rebound and put her back in.
So it's 36-34, 17-23. The pace has slowed down a little bit here.
Good play on defense by Law Brown last time down the floor.
Here's Zach Smith in pump fake, head and shoulders, goes up with the left hand and gets a foul on Law Brown. Good job by Zach Smith. He pump faked once, twice, and then went up with the left hand. Brown picks up his first foul, and that's going to put Zach Smith the line. Didn't he have the first 2 field goals for them, I think?
Zach had the first 2. Yep. Got inside a couple times. One time forced his way up and got it in. He has not scored since then.
First free throw is good as he knocks that free throw down. He's only the second Eagle to shoot a free throw, and only the 3rd player in the game to go to the line. Next one on the way. A little too strong. Law Brown with a rebound. Vikings maintain the lead, 36-35, 17 minutes to go. Epps works it into the forecourt against Keith Taylor. Round a screen. Off it comes to Stander. In the corner to Connor. Connor back out to Stander. Kevin Races right side. He falls to the floor, loses the ball. It's picked up by Smith. As he lost his balance, Smith picked up the loose ball, and here come the Eagles. Johnson, top of the key. Takes it to the left wing. Fires it underneath to Redmond. He's fouled by Brown on the way up. Boy, Redmond was quick getting in that lane, wasn't he?
Well, he does. He's got a very quick first step. I tell you, I don't know that I'd want to play Redmond and Johnson 2-on-2.
No. Well, we could look at it this way. It wouldn't take them long to win.
No.
We probably wouldn't get tired.
Say, what are you going to do? Whatever we want.
Whatever you want. Say, yeah. Play to 11 or whatever you're going to play to. It wouldn't take long. Free throw by Redmond. He's
missed four. He missed four in a row right now from the line. He's got 12 points in the first half, but he's hit his first, let's see, he's 2 out of
7.
Yeah. He's having a rough time at the stripe.
And they're giving him the business across the way, the Viking students. And you bet he can hear them.
Act like you don't, but you do.
You do. Here's the next one. He missed again, and those two weren't even close. He's 2 out of 8 from the line, 36-35. Vikings maintain the 1-point lead. Now oh, man, Johnson steps in front and almost took it away, knocked it away, but he could not save it from going out of bounds at the end of the Avila bench. Ooh, he's quick.
And his momentum, he ended up almost up where the alumni were a few minutes ago eating.
He is quick. Well, the ball belongs to the Vikings, 36-35. Really a slow start to the second half. Still in backcourt, Epps. Now to Standard. Standard dribbles it across on the right side. Guarded there by Taylor. Now a hold on Taylor. His third foul. And that's the first foul of the second half on the Eagles.
Keith Taylor, a guy Avila cannot afford to get into foul trouble. He seems like one of their better players. He's got 6 points and's played well under the bucket.
Pope top of the key, leaves it for Connor. 36-35, Valley with the lead. Deliska off to Standard, three-pointer on the way, won't go. Deliska tips it, it just won't go. Wouldn't go over the lip of the rim. The other way, here comes Johnson on the dead run. Fires it to Taylor. Lob it underneath to Redmond. Redmond, no, what a spin move. Takes it underneath, cut off by Pope. Loses the ball, 3-second call. Boy, made a nice move, but Pope was there helping defensively, and he had nowhere to go with it.
You know, I'm not sure that should have been 3, though. I always thought if you're making a move toward the basket, it's not 3. If you're just standing there, they're going to call it. But that time, Redmond was obviously trying to make a move to the hoop. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you. 36-35, a 1-point lead. Valley scored 2 points and just 3 points for the Eagles, and we've played over 4 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, Vikes need to get going here, and a good timeout by Chad Lance. I'm sure going to regroup, and, you know, had some good opportunities. Lionel Deliska, a good offensive rebound. I'm thinking maybe Lionel should have come down with the ball instead of trying to tip it, but he did a good job on the offensive glass, and Kevin Standard just barely missed that 3. So just get a couple of shots to drop, and I think everything will be okay.
Glad to have you with us on this Thursday evening. Women won, and the men try to do the same.
Well, boy, what a resurgence from this men Viking team. And it started a week ago tonight down at Central Methodist. We go down there and beat one of the front runners, one of the co-leaders in the conference at this time last week, beat them 81-70. And, boy, had 2 great games since then and leading here tonight by the slimmest of margins, but still leading.
Yeah, when we were 0-4 and heading to CMU, it looked pretty bleak.
Especially a place where we hadn't played very well in years past, and we played almost a mistake-free game down there.
Now some pressure in the backcourt by the Eagles as Pope gives it to Standard, still in backcourt to Connor. Connor starts to push it up. Pope passes it back to Connor. Now ahead to Epps on the left wing by the hash mark. He'll dribble in the corner of that side. Bring it back to the top of the key. Now it comes to Standard. Standard around a screen by Deliska out front. Fire in the corner. Driving is Connor. He puts it up from 7. Missed it. Tips his own miss. Missed it. And the rebound is pulled down by Redmond.
Good shot. Good look. Michael Connor pulled up for about an 8-foot jumper. Just had it just barely lip off on him.
You all get the sense either one of these teams takes off on a little run, they're going to be in great shape.
Looks like it.
Here's Redmond top of the key. Vikings sag that defense in the lane. Murillo from the baseline. He can't hit it. Ball tipped. It comes away to Johnson. He'll back outside the lane, go behind the back with the dribble as he's picked up by Michael Connor. We've had 5 points scored now in 5 minutes. No look pass underneath. Turnaround jump hook. Nice move. Baseline. Zach Smith with a jump hook. And it's 37-36 Eagles. He doesn't look like much of a player, but he gets the job done.
He's pretty strong inside. He just drew an offensive foul, I believe. I think he stepped in front of
Stander.
Stepped in front of Kevin and drew the charge.
Ball spun in, but it won't count. It's a charge.
It's Kevin's third foul, I believe.
Yeah, I say that respectfully to Zach Smith, the 6'5" senior. But boy, he can play.
He looks like a heads-up player.
Looks built more like a football player.
Now Jim Thomas gets set to check back in for the Vikings. So it'll be Thomas, Connor, Pope, Jordan Epps, and DeLisco on the floor for the Vikings as Kevin Stander will sit down with 3 fouls.
37-36, Avila with the lead, 14:36 to go. Now the Vikings put some pressure on in the backcourt. Murillo off to Johnson. They've got to hustle, get this ball across, and they just beat it. They just beat the 10-second call, and Rodney Perry didn't think they were going to, and he asked for a timeout.
Pretty good pressure by the Vikings that time.
37-36, 14:24 to go. Not many points scored here in this second half, but that's okay. Vikings still continuing to play some pretty good defense. Don't forget wrestling coming up on Saturday here at the Burns Center if you're going to be in the area. The Missouri Valley Open starts at 9 o'clock. Our indoor track team heads to Columbia tomorrow to take part of the University of Missouri Invitational. That starts at 11 o'clock. And then Saturday, besides the wrestling and the basketball, the men's volleyball team will take on St. Xavier in Des Moines, Iowa, and that'll be a 1 o'clock start.
Did you ever run track? Were you a track man?
No.
I wouldn't. I like to run now, but in high school I did not like to run.
Did not enjoy that at all. I did through junior high and 1 year as a freshman. I wasn't any good at it.
You know, I've had several football coaches, and Gil Rector, who is an outstanding football coach at Lexington High School, his Minutemen team won 5 state championships. He told me I can always tell what kind of football team I'm going to have in the fall by how the underclassmen do in track. If they work hard in track and run and get faster and stronger, we're going to have a good team. If they don't, we're not.
A lot of them did, too. A lot of them played both sports, but that wasn't my thing. Here is Cedric Johnson, top of the key. Gives it off to Lowe. Lewis Lowe. Back out to Murillo, now to Redmond. Redmond gives it to Johnson as he pops to the wing on the left side. Good ball movement, 7 on the shot clock, 14 on the game clock. Redmond 4, 3. Redmond fires a 3, hits the rim. Rebound, Johnson underneath, puts it up the baseline, missed it. Lowe with a rebound, got that big body up there. Now he's tied up, and the possession arrow comes to the Vikings.
I would really like to see how many baskets they have scored outside of 5 feet. I bet very few. I know they've got no threes, and I bet they don't have too many medium-range jumpers.
No, not outside that lane. That's about where everything has been. Johnson got that offensive rebound, but then had nowhere to go with it.
Need to get let's get Jordan Epps hot here.
Yeah, Jordan just with 5 points on the night. He's being shadowed by Murillo, who's done a real nice job on him defensively. Connor on the wing on the right side. Puts it on the floor, goes back to the middle of the floor. Finds Thomas. Jim fakes it. Now backs away. Looks and gets it in low with a bounce pass. Here's Epps baseline. He can't hit it. Fights, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. He stayed with it, missed it, took it, and this time drove and laid it off the glass. 38-37.
That's the thing about Jordan Epps. He and Kevin Stander are always moving, and that time it paid off, that offensive rebound and stick back for Jordan.
Went right back after his missed shot. Now a timeout or a whistle, and let's see what this whistle's on. The shot goes in by Johnson. We have a whistle away from the ball, and I think it's something to do with the clock or the 35-second clock. 38-37. Valley's up by 1. We know that.
That might be the longest shot they've hit all night, and it won't count.
Yeah. 13-11 to go. I mean, if they have forgotten to start the clock, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Well, Ed Leslie is the official scorer here. 30 or 40 years of keeping a book. That's incredible.
We found out the other night Ed's not going to take any guff off anybody either.
They kind of, the Benedictine coach, they just accidentally put a point up on the wrong side of the free throw, and he got upset about it.
Yeah.
It stood up. Look, David said, "You go, coach, and I'll take care of the score."
We told him, said, Coach, Ed just 2 days ago had a 3 overtime, 111, 109 point game, and I mean the book came out perfect.
He'll be all right. He'll figure it out. And that's just coaches get up.
Oh yeah, and a very nice guy, Coach Ryan Moody of Benedictine. Very nice guy, doing a very good job out there.
All right, now the ball is kicked as Johnson tries to bring it in, but the Eagles will inbound it again. Boy, the pace has slowed down. You had just a first half that just went up and down the floor. They really slowed this thing down there.
Well, this Avila bunch needs to be getting a little bit, should be getting a little bit tired. They're not too deep in terms of number of players.
Low to Murillo, back out to Johnson. Johnson working against Jim Thomas. Gives it back to Murillo. Murillo now to Smith, who pops out high. Off to Redmond on the left wing. Here's Redmond, free throw line, takes it in the lane, double clutches, puts it up low with a rebound, put it in. Low, big body, just put it in. It's 39-38, Avila with the lead. As they crash the offensive boards once again, 13 minutes to go. Pope, top of the key, whistle away from the ball. Let's see what we have here.
There's another clock issue, or
another clock issue, I guess.
No time went off the shot clock, I guess. Still stuck at 30.
Yeah, they had 5 seconds, so it's 30. I think that's about what it was. 35 seconds to come up. I think. Let's see. 12:51 to go.
Okay, could be about right then.
And Ramon Powell, the assistant coach, goes over to check it out here. Well, both coaches now, they may have a problem with the shot clock. I don't know. 12:51 to go.
We can keep it here if they want us to.
1, 2, count down from 35 every possession. Of course, on the men's side, I think
I can still count that far.
Yeah. Men's side, it's a 35-second clock, and the women's side, a 30-second shot clock. I think there's something wrong with the shot clock, because they're looking at wires and trying to figure everything out here.
The Vikes need a 12:51 left. Vikes need a run right now. Down by 1, need about an 8-0 run to kind of put a little separation between us.
Shot clock's moving again, so I don't know if it's working or. Oh, now the Vikings just simply throw it away, as Pope at the top of the key thought that Epps was going to the baseline, and Epps, in fact, was coming back out to the wing and rolled it right by him. 12:43 to go. Now it seems the clocks are in sync. As here is Cedric Johnson. High post to Smith. Smith takes it inside. Ball is blocked, knocked away by Epps. Loose on the floor. Epps was standing out of bounds. He wanted to grab that ball, but he was standing out of bounds. Had to let it go by.
Well, I think maybe we got away with one. Looks like Johnson got whacked a little bit, but no call. It's Kendall Hayes, Lawrence Brown, Kevin Stander all checking in the lineup for the Vikings.
Pope leaves. Deleska leaves. Connor leaves. Good job by Chad. He keeps fresh bodies in there. He knows he's got a depleted lineup, and he's going to keep fresh bodies out there.
Does a good job using his personnel.
Here's Johnson inside. It goes to Redmond. Spins and is fouled by Law Brown. That's number 4 at 3. Number 3.
That's 3 on Law.
Yeah. Number 3 on Brown as Redmond spin the lane. Well, Redmond is 2 out of 8 from the line.
And Lawrence Brown. Lawrence had 8 points in the first half. He's been pretty quiet, at least offensively, here in the second half.
Very low scoring half.
In fact, the Vikings only 2 baskets in this entire half.
He missed another one. He is now 2 out of 9.
The 2 baskets we've scored by Jordan Epps and Kevin Stander, both on offensive rebounds.
Boy, Redmond just has to be. Why am I even standing at the free throw line here?
Say, why do you guys keep fouling me?
He hits that one, a little better form there, and he knocks that one down to make it 40-38, a 2-point lead as Epps gets it into four. Of course, they try to trap him and do. Fires it back out to Thomas. Around to Stander, who's open on the right wing, doesn't pull the trigger, backs it out with a dribble. Now around a screen, off to Thomas. Thomas to Epps. Epps guarded by Redmond on the left side. Epps brings it back middle of the floor. Drives right side. Hooks it underneath. Beautiful pass to gets it into Hayes, and he lays it in.
That's
Beautiful
Kendall's first
pass.
bucket, but a very good pass, like you said, by Epps. And when he penetrates, he creates so much. And there was an easy bucket for Hayes that time.
40 all with 11:48 to go. Johnson top of the key now. He'll give it off to Redmond. Redmond drives inside the lane. Kicks in the corner. Murillo will try a three. Misses yet another one. Offensive rebound pulled down. And hitting the deck is Zach Thomas after he had the rebound. And let's see what the call's going to be. It's going to be
It's got to be a jump ball, I think.
possession arrow to the Eagles, so they'll get it back and they'll reset the shot clock. Redmond gets it into Murillo. Back out it comes to Johnson. 11:32 to go. Johnson right back to Murillo on the wing left side. 40-40 game. Johnson looks to the right side, looking at his coach, getting some instructions. 21 on the shot clock. Murillo into the corner. Now they dump it down low. Here's Smith banging his way in the lane. Puts it up. Blocked by Kendall Hayes. Hayes gets it off to Stander.
Hayes didn't block that. He just took it away from him, I think.
Just grabbed it.
Good D by the Vikings.
Thomas out front. 11 minutes to go. 40-40. Thomas starts to penetrate. Takes it all the way left side. Leans in.
Wow.
And scores and got fouled. Somehow he twisted that body like a pretzel. Somehow laid it off the glass.
His body was
another
close
one.
to parallel with the ground when he let go of that shot, and had the presence to find the back of that backboard at just the right angle and knock it off the glass. And that's the first foul that comes up on the big guy, Lewis Lowe. I've got him for two. They've just got him for one.
Now they put the second one up now.
Yeah.
And Thomas with 5 points could give the Vikes a 3-point lead. Young man from St. Louis hits it.
Good job,
3-point
JT.
10:50 to go. Vikings now put on some pressure. Redmond gets it into the forecourt, working the right side, back out to Johnson. 10:40 to go. Yeah, I would say really pack that lane. If they want to take a shot from outside, they haven't proven they can make them yet.
I don't know. I'd like to see what they could do against the zone.
Yeah. Here's Murillo. Now to Johnson. 8 on the shot clock. Johnson working top of the key. He's going to try a three. That didn't look good, and he missed it. Rebound Pope. That wasn't a good-looking shot at all. That's not his strength, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. It's not.
Here's Epps the other way. Epps down the middle, all the way to the rack. Ball knocked away. Picks it up, kicks it in the corner to Stander. Stander will bring it back out to Thomas. Thomas at the top of the key. Now gives it around to Hayes. Drives it left side off the glass. He scores and is fouled. So the Vikings again could go for the traditional three-point play.
I tell you, the two left-handers coming up big. Jim Thomas hit it in there last time. That time Kendall Hayes goes strong to the bucket. And, you know, really, I don't know how much of this is attributable to this, but the Vikes have made their resurgence since Kendall Hayes has been in the lineup. You know what? This is his fourth game and the
That's right.
fourth good game they played.
But it really helps the rotation. There's no question about it. Hayes trying to complete the three-point play. Pushes it up and in. He has 5 now. And it's 46-40, a 6-point lead for Valley.
Now keep playing D. Let's keep playing the tough D. We're under 10 minutes left in the game.
Johnson to Murillo. Now back baseline to Redmond. He loses it, picked up by Epps. Epps going to bring it down. Nice bounce pass to Jim Thomas all the way, and it's fouled on the way up. He'll shoot 2. Boy, Epps, good bounce pass ahead to Thomas. He was taking it in. He was fouled. He'll shoot 2 more, and the Vikings now trying to open up some space between themselves and the Eagles here.
Yeah, nice job running the floor that time. Very unselfish pass by Jordan Epps. He could have taken that on in himself, but instead he passed it ahead to Jim Thomas, and Jim draws the 2-shot foul, and that's going to be the first foul, I guess, on Johnson.
And let's see. First one by Thomas. Spins in and out. No good. He has 6 points and another free throw coming here. 9:39 remaining. Next free throw by Thomas. Got this one. Vikes up by 7. We're on a 7-0 run here. Keeping some pressure on in the backcourt. Get it to the middle of the floor for Smith. Now another turnover. This time it's taken away by Stander. Pass intended into the corner. Quickly down to Thomas. Thomas to the free throw line. Dumps it down low to Pope. Way up good. A 9-0 run for the Vikings. What a pass from Thomas to Pope after the steal by Stander. And Valley's up by 9 with 9:14
And what
left.
a pass by Jim Thomas. Jim went up, looked exactly like he's going to shoot a jump shot, went up in the air, then found Pope wide open under the bucket. Boy, what a nice play. And, hey, is Jim Thomas giving this team a lift here during
Yes,
this run or not?
He really has. Thomas now with 7 points. And Pope now with 7 as well. But very balanced scoring. And the thing about it is only 7 for Jordan Epps. Epps with almost 20 points a game. But everyone else kind of picking up the slack tonight.
Yeah, it's been a good run. This is exactly what we said. If somebody could take off on about a 7 or 8-0 run, it could be big in this game. And the Vikes are on what, a 9-0? It's 40-40, wasn't it?
Yeah, 40-40.
9-0 run, like you said, yeah.
And Rodney Perry quickly taking that time out. Well, his club has to be getting tired. And I'm like you. I know this is working right now, but I really wouldn't mind seeing a few minutes of a zone defense because they have shown no ability to hit an outside shot.
They might be great outside shooters, but they've shown no indication of that
Not
yet tonight.
49-40. Of course, I guess on the other hand, you say, why change a good thing? It's working.
Well, and I'll tell you what the Vikes are doing. You know, Avila's doing a good job penetrating into the lane, but the Vikes are getting good weak side help. They're double and triple teaming the dribbler when they get into the lane, and that's what you have to do.
49-40. Vikings score 70 points a game, and they were down in the 60s for the longest time, but that 109-point effort jumped their scoring average in a hurry. Now they're averaging 70.2 a game.
Well, it didn't help the defense, but it sure helped the offensive
And
effort.
we're giving up 75 a game.
Yeah.
Again, keeping on this kind of a shadow press in the backcourt. They just want to make them work a little bit. Here's Murillo. He'll push it up right in front of the timeline. Now skip pass across. It goes to Keith Taylor, who's back into the game. 9 minutes to go. Valley on a 9-0 run with a 9-point lead. Now the ball is tipped by Epps as they try to get in the corner to Brandon Redmond. Again, down to 15 on the shot clock. Redmond has the ball tipped, gets it back. Now heel drive baseline. Nowhere to go. And again, we have a problem with the shot clock, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
8:52. Had some malfunctions with the shot clock here. 13 on it. 12 on the shot. Now we have 79 minutes and 59 seconds. 80 minutes to go. We'll be here a while.
It's going to be another triple overtime game, looks like.
8:50 to go. Is that right?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah,
right.
that's pretty close.
8:50 to go. 12 seconds. Into the corner it comes to Smith. Now Murillo, nowhere to go with it. Johnson off to Redmond. 4 on the shot clock. 3, 2. Johnson did not get the shot off, a shot clock violation. Good defense.
Yeah, Vikes have really played well, and they really bottled Johnson up. He's so quick, but they've cut him off when he's tried to penetrate, and they did it very well that time.
Here's Stander. Lobs it over the top to Pope. Now to Jim Thomas, middle of the floor. That's where they want it. And Thomas dribbles across the timeline. 49-40. Valley on a 9-0 run and the lead. Here's Epps. Spin move down the middle. Nowhere to go. In the corner to Thomas. Open again. 3 on the way. Good. It's now a 12-0 run as Jim Thomas really contributing to this one tonight.
That's 7 points for him in the second half, 10 in the game.
Now free throw line, shot up, missed. Rebound comes down to Hayes. Off it comes to Epps. That shot was missed by Zach Smith. Here's a 3 by Epps, no good. Ball being tipped around. It comes down to Murillo. Murillo the other way. And he'll leave it, or get it back. Fire a 3, misses that one. Rebound whom? Pope again. Pope took this one away from Keith Taylor. 12-0 run for the Vikes. 7:38 to go, leading 52-40.
Yeah, need about 3 real good minutes right here, and we might be in pretty good shape.
Here comes Hayes, lobs it underneath the Pope. Wide open, misses the shot, but he was pushed by Zach Smith, and Pope will go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, I think you can see as the game wears on, this Viking team wearing Avila down.
They really are. You can tell. They're huffing and puffing and pulling their shorts. They only have about 7 players, and they really played a fast pace.
And this has been a pretty up and down game.
7:25 left. 52-40. Valley, if they can win this one, would improve their conference mark to 3-5, and boy, would they be right there.
That'd be huge. Thinking only a couple hours over a week ago, we were 0-4.
Free throw good by Pope. He now has 8. He'll have another one. Got it, and it's now a 14-0 run. Now, this is how you win ball games, going to run like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, taking complete control of this thing, and we're under 8 minutes left in the game.
They've only scored 8 points in this second half, have the Eagles. 54-40, 7:12 to go. Vikings to keep them way outside, too. Here's Johnson, top of the key. Shot clock winding down to 13. Johnson still with a dribble, goes baseline, travel. Right now they're frustrated, Joe, and tired. They just can't get anything going.
Well, and you've got to hit an outside shot from time to time. This team just really has not done that tonight.
Here's Epps, top of the key. Epps looks, gives it back to Stander. Stander. Back out to Hayes. Hayes drives inside, little floater, rims in and out, and the rebound is pulled down by Keith Taylor.
Hayes is pretty fluid, though. He moves pretty well.
Boy, they just don't want to take that outside shot.
No, they don't. Shot. They don't want to take the 12, 13-footer. There's a walk, but he got away
Johnson
with it.
to Taylor, baseline, puts it up, missed it. Rebound, Pope. Pope is pushed, gets it ahead to Thomas, and Chad Lance is going to take another timeout. Vikings on a 14-0 run with 6:26 remaining. They're doing about everything they want to do. If the Vikings can get this win, they'll go to 3-5, and they'll move past Avila, who'll drop to 2-6. And depending on what Baker does tonight, they could be in a tie with Baker for 6th place in this league. How about that?
Well, and in Graceland, that'd be a tough one Saturday. Boy, if we could win that one, that'd bring us to 4-5? That'd be fantastic.
Graceland is 2-5 right now. They play at Peru tonight, and Peru is 1-6. So hopefully Peru can get them tonight.
Well, again, as we said at the top of the broadcast, your goal is to try to get into the top 8. If you get into the top 8, you make the conference postseason tournament. But then you'd like to be in that top 4. That way you get to host a home game. And it's been quite a while since a Viking men or women team has hosted a conference tournament home game. So it'd be a good year to kind of, men or women or both of them, just kind of run right up the ladder and slip into that one of those top 4 positions.
Rodney Perry talking to his club. Vikings on a 14-0 run, 6:26 remaining. We're kind of our NBA type schedule will be coming to an end on Saturday. We won't have another game till the next Thursday. Well, we've had a game about every other day, it seems, in the last week.
We've got that nice short jaunt to Canton, Missouri.
Canton, Missouri. We can't complain. That's really our longest. We have a few long. Can you imagine being Evangel? Every trip they have.
No, thank you.
It's a distance.
No, thank you.
Wow. Jim Thomas. Out front, Pope. 6:10 to go. Look out. As Epps almost lost that ball over the timeline, picks it back up, goes to free throw line and scores. Why not?
Yeah.
Now it's a 16-0 run.
9 points for Jordan in the game.
5:57 to go, and we have just taken complete control of this game here in the second half. Johnson to Murillo. Murillo dumps it back to Johnson on the wing. Now underneath it goes to Smith. Smith back out. Here's Redmond baseline. Takes it all the way to the rack. Misses the shot. Rebound low. They swipe at him. Can't get it. Back out to Murillo. Into the corner. Redmond tries a 3. Missed it. Rebound comes down to Hayes. Hayes gives it off to Stander. We're down to 5:26. And now back to Epps. Epps, high post to Hayes. Back to Epps, left side, stops, pops, on the run. God, and he is so smooth. He now has 11. It's an 18-0 run.
And if you just joined us, Vikes up by 18. This was a 2-point game at halftime.
Yeah. And it was 40 all at one time. We're down to 5 minutes to go. We've held this team to 8 second-half points. Johnson will drive baseline. He's cut off. Nowhere to go with it. Back out. Shot is up and good by Zach Smith from about 14. That may have been the longest shot they've hit all night. And that breaks an 18-0 run.
You know, he might be the best pure shooter they've got. I don't know. I mean, Johnson and Redmond are awful good players, but Zach Smith looks like a pretty good shooter.
So it's 58-42. Here's Epps baseline, gives it back to Hayes. He'll try about a 15-footer, rattle this one in from the left wing. Hayes now has 7, another assist for Epps, and it's 60-42. We're down to 4:28. Now they go baseline, dump it Redmond at the free throw line. Redmond back to Smith. Smith swings it across to Murillo. Murillo off to Johnson. Johnson nowhere to go. Again, the shot clock winding down to about 10. As Redmond top of the key, nowhere to go. Johnson tries a 3. He can't hit it. Lowe's with a rebound, put it back in. Lewis Lowe. And it's 60-44, but that possession took a lot of time. 3:55 left.
Maybe that's the offense. Throw it up there and let Big Lewis go get it.
Here's Stander on the baseline, misses the shot. Rebound
nice
comes down to Hayes, and Kendall puts it back in.
Good hustle by Kendall Hayes. Just came from the backside, got it on the left side, and laid it in.
He now has 9 points. 3:36 to go. Inside the lane, here's a turnaround. Johnson gets that one. He now has 12, and it's 62-46, but maybe the damage was done in that big 18-0 run.
And that's only Johnson's second bucket of the second half. He's got 12 in the game.
Here's Epps taking the right side. He's going to go strong to the bucket. Now kick it back out for Thomas. He thought about it, didn't pull the trigger. Pope could have had a shot, but he elected to give it off to Stander instead. 14 on the shot clock. Stander drives inside. His 12-footer just inside the free throw line. No good. Rebound, Cedric Johnson. Johnson with 3 minutes to go. Races left side all the way off the glass and good. No question, that's what he wants to do. No question about it. 62-48, 14-point game, 2:53 to go. Valley looking to get their third conference win, and they're in pretty good shape. Still 2:43 to go, though. Thomas to Epps. Epps back out to Pope. Both coaches yelling, one for the offense, one for the defense. Here's a nice pass to Pope, and he's grabbed by Lowe, and that's the third on Lowe. And I think that's the 16th foul, so the Vikings will inbound.
When James Pope 9 points in the game, and so yeah, they're still not over the limit. That is the only 6. So.
John Mosley will come in for Lowe. Lawrence Brown is back in, and Kendall Hayes will leave. Kendall really gave us a lift.
Yes, he did. Look good tonight.
Epps will inbound. Epps below his average, but I'm sure he'll take a W. He has 11 points right now, bunch of assists. Looking for Thomas. Now they give it to Stander. Stander brings it back out. Vikings can use some clock here. As Epps at the top of the key. Steele with a dribble. Now he leaves it for Thomas. 2:16 to go. Thomas weaves out front. Plenty of time, 17 on the shot clock, 2:09 to go in the game. Epps, top of the key, drives right side all the way, gets it underneath to Brown. They say he walked with it. Well, he dished it off to Brown, but he had taken a couple of steps. He got caught up in traffic. 2:04 to go.
Good job of penetrating by Jordan, but just pretty good help that time, help defense by Avila.
Now here's Cedric Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Redmond.
Redmond's only scored. He had 11 in the first half, only 1 point in the second half.
Here's Murillo, fires the shot, and again a miss from outside. Pope with yet another rebound.
Murillo has had a tough night shooting.
Really tough night. He hasn't scored, has he? Now the other way, it's Jimmy Thomas. 1:39 to go. Vikes in pretty good shape now. Thomas knocked away and taken away by Cedric Johnson. Just as I say that, here comes Cedric. They have one final push. Murillo will try it again. He can't hit again. Gets it back. He'll try it again. He misses again. Okay, I'm done. I'm done shooting, Coach. Oh, wow. What a horrific night shooting for Mr. Murillo. A minute 15 to go, 62-48. I'm not sure you wanted that return pass.
I don't know. He keeps trying. You know, if you're not hitting, you got to keep trying. You can't give up on yourself. He's got the confidence, and that's great.
Here's Stander way out front. We're down to a minute to go. Valley up by 14. They're looking for the third win. Brown down the middle, lays it up, missed it, but fouled.
Good job, Law. And that's what you like to see Law do. He's big enough and physical enough. If he'll go to that basket, it's going to take a pretty good horse to stop him.
So Valley going to improve to 3-5. Avila will fall to 2-6, so we'll move past them. We don't know what Grayson or Baker are doing tonight. Wow, Brown misses the first free throw. But if things turn out and Benedictine beats Baker, we could be tied with them in 6th position.
Where are they playing that game? Is that
at Benedictine?
At Benedictine. I'd say they'd be favored then.
So they could really make some movement in the last couple of days, or the next few days. Brown hits the free throw. 63-48. Valley's going to win 3 of their last 4 and really could have won all 4 of those games.
Yeah, they could have very well, very
Here's
easily.
Johnson, blocked by Lawrence Brown. He kept it in play and comes up with it. Now he loses it, however. Now Johnson lays it in, but good play nonetheless by Lawrence Brown, 42.9 seconds. Now Epps with it. Clock is moving. Vikings in great shape. Bounce pass ahead to Stander. Stander fires it all the way out for Pope. Back to Thomas. Thomas will bring it out. 32 seconds to go, 63-50, and the Vikings are going to win this one. Low scoring, but they're going to get the W. Stander way out against Redmond, loses the ball, and finally they whistle Redmond for the foul, and Stander will go to the line.
You know, you talk about the Vikings, right, have won 3 of the last 4. You've got to remember, too, 3 of those have been at home.
Yep.
We got a great effort on the road against Central Methodist. Need to be sure and get that same intensity. The next 2 games are on the road, so have to bring that same road intensity we had down at Central up to Grayson on Saturday and then down to Culver next Thursday.
Point. You know the game's going to be tough. It always is at Grayson. And next Thursday, we're going to see something we have never seen before, and that's going to be a very excited, huge crowd in Canton.
Exactly.
We have never seen that. We're going to see it next Thursday.
Exactly. We should.
Stander hits that one, knocks it down. Now, they've lost a few in a row, but they're still right up there. Culver's still 5-2 in the league, and they play at CMU tonight. 64-50, 64-50 it remains as Stander misses the second free throw. Now it comes down to Redmond. We're down to 17 seconds. Redmond to Johnson. Johnson into the corner. Back it comes to Redmond. Redmond fires a long one. That's off the rim. Rebound Epps, and that'll do it. And I believe that Everson will just let him have it. He gets through the timeline. Here's a shot taken from about mid-court.
What do you guess? What's Avila's shooting percentage going to be for the second half?
Certainly in the 20s.
Yeah, I'd say 25%.
64-50. Another big win for the Vikings, triggered by an 18-0 run in the second half. We're back with the coach and more in a
Dr.
moment.
Regina Benjamin, U.S. Surgeon General. As a family doctor, I've seen the terrible impact of a premature birth. Losing a baby is one of the hardest things a family can go through. As Surgeon General, I see the toll that premature births have on our nation. It can cause lifelong disabilities. It is the leading cause of death in newborns. And our country has one of the highest rates of preterm birth in the world. We must do better. Hospitals need to ensure that babies are delivered early, only when medically necessary. We need research to find the causes of premature birth and research to find new ways to prevent it. Couples need to learn the risk of premature birth and what they can do to have a full-term baby, such as getting a preconception checkup. Remember, 40 weeks is a full-term pregnancy, and every week of pregnancy counts. Let's work together for stronger, healthier babies.
Well, the Vikings with a nice win tonight, 64-50, and they move now to 3-5 in the league. And moving up, we don't have the other scores from tonight. We'll get those probably in the next half hour or so. But those scores that we'll be getting going to look pretty good as we continue. Coach Chad Lance to move up the standings. The win tonight, we moved us past Avila. Wow, good physical, tough ball game, good defensive effort.
Yeah, great defensive effort. You know, we held them to 27 points there. you know, I was trying to stay patient, as funny as that says, Q, because, you know, we were in a lull there. We had to figure some stuff out, and we had to fight. And credit to Avila. They did a great job tonight. Very good team, very well coached team, and you know we had to find a way to win, and we did that.
Well, I thought you used your bench. You knew they had a depleted bench. You used your bench, and it looked like the second half they just simply got worn out too. That was part of it too.
Yeah, I mean that was part of it. You know, we just kind of our ball got stuck and didn't move. But you know, if we could have changed anything, obviously it would be on the offensive rebounding end. You know, you look on there, they had 17 offensive rebounds, but that's why they're leading the conference in offensive rebounding.
They did not. I don't know how many 3-point. I don't have seen anything like it. They attempted 19 3-point shots, did not make a one of them. They shot 36% for the game, but only 28% in the second half. That's just pretty good defense.
Well, you know what they say. You'd rather be lucky than good sometimes, and I think tonight we were lucky.
You think there's better shooting club than that?
Yeah, I think there. You know, especially you look at Merlot. You know, he's shooting a pretty good percentage. He was the guy that we definitely tried to key on, and you know, for him to go 0-9, you know, that doesn't happen every single night. So, you know, we're blessed to get this win, and very lucky. So, you know, now we got to regroup and focus on Graceland.
Well, Jordan Epps and Kevin Stan are both at 11 points, 10 for Jim Thomas. But once again, Pope and Law and Hayes, they all give you 9 points. So you're getting that good scoring inside too.
You know, and with Jordan right there, you know, I knew Avila was going to come in and go after him, and they went boxing one there, and our guys are like, they're in boxing one, and you know, we just wanted to keep running our man offense, just keep moving, because that's the whole thing. They want to try to get you stalled.
Well, it was just another good win. That's 3 in the last 4. And Joe Wall said something, Coach. I know you know it too. We've had some real good games. Last Thursday night, we won at CMU, a tough place to play. Then the last 3 have all been here in your home court. Now we have to take this same kind of ball on the road, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely do. You know, there's one more game on this side right here, so we got to get our batteries recharged and get ready to roll because, you know, we are doing a better job, and you know, we just can't rest on that and see if we can't finish this side strong right now.
Well, and Graceland, you know, going up there, he does a great job. It's always tough up there.
Yeah.
I can't remember. We seem to struggle, or they seem to play very well. One of the two when we go up there.
I think it's a little bit of both. You know, I think it's definitely a little bit of both. You know, they always seem to shoot well up there, so we've got to get focused tomorrow.
Hey, how about your crowd tonight? You had
Great.
The football team, the softball team. You had a lot of other students here, and they were loud.
Great crowd. You know, it was an orange out, and we had a lot of supporters come out, and hats off to those. I think we have quite a few football players that were here, so definitely like to give them a shout out. You know, they did a great job for us, and, you know, it definitely was a good spirited effort.
And the next time you wear that orange coat, let me know so I get my sunglasses. You almost blinded the corneas here tonight.
Hey, you know what's funny? It was
Wow.
it was an orange out, and I guess just our team and me got the memo.
All right, we'll see you Saturday.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Chad Lance as the Vikings win it tonight, 64-50, triggered by an 18-0 run midway through the second half, and that was it. And the Vikings roll on to a victory tonight. And Joe, before we go, let's run over the scoring first of all.
We got the man that's kept the scorebook for 40 years was honored tonight, Ed Leslie.
Wow, and congratulations.